Have you ever heard LeBron say that he wanted to be?
All he did was choose to wear number 23 and choose to carry on the powder throwing routine.
Any kid
yes, he thought he was better.
Want to wear Jordan's number
no,
he
thought
he was better.
He thought he was ready to outdo Michael Jordan. That's what he thought coming in. Trust me on that. Witnessed what happened. That was against the unathletic San Antonio Spurs, and LeBron James was pathetic, shooting 35% from the field in that series, made 69% of his free throws, 20% from three.
I do not. I think he's actually a very nice guy. In fact, I think he's too nice of a guy.
Okay.
You know, I wish he had a little more basketball killer in him. I don't think he has enough.
The Orlando Magic, after he hit the shot of the century to win the earlier game. The last game of that series, Game 6, to get it back to a Game 7 at Cleveland, you remember this? He was pathetic in that game. And then against the Boston Celtics in Games 5 and 6.
Game 5.
Okay, but both of them.
Game 5.
Both of them.
Now,
5 and 6.
He had a triple-double in Game 6.
Okay, but he was
Game
still,
5
it was still not
game.
LeBron performance. That was pathetic, and you know it. This is the spoiled brat product of those billions of witnesses out there. This is the guy I've been talking about as he's been the front-running bully all year long, and he finally got punched right in the mouth, and he ran to the locker room in shame. I have been saying for months on this show that all this picture taking and the posing and the flexing, it just doesn't show any class to the game on the court or to his opponents, to me. And it finally all caught up with him, because I think the MVP suddenly realized when the clock ran out that he had failed miserably. Tim Duncan won 5 rings with only 1 finals loss thanks to Ray Allen. After LeBron James down the stretch turned it over 3 times in the last 3 minutes, missed the tying 3, long rebound, Chris Bosh, boom, into the corner to Ray Allen. LeBron James is the most protected superstar in sports history. That he was allowed to get away with what he did yesterday.
What did he do?
He sat there for, how long did it go? Maybe an hour? It seemed like it went on an hour.
Well, he walk out, you get mad. He give you a conversation for an hour, you get mad. What you want from him?
I didn't get
It
mad.
just turns my stomach when all these blind witnesses try to delude themselves and the basketball public into believing that LeBron James is better than Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Who would win a one-on-one game between those two?
Okay,
You don't make
now,
any sense. You're
now
not in
let's
the
get to
stratosphere.
just last year. And you've been on this soapbox all year long. Games 4, 5, and 6 against the Dallas Mavericks disappeared, ran from the basketball, wanted no part of the pressure of trying to close out an inferior Dallas Mavericks. Dan Gilbert accused LeBron James of quitting in the last 3 losses to the Boston Celtics, which effectively ended, obviously, LeBron's
Well, we know
run
that
in
didn't
Cleveland.
happen to us, Skip.
Well, that's what he accused him of, and members of LeBron's inner circle leaked news that was broken on ESPN that LeBron had to be sedated before a couple of those games because of a locker room issue with another teammate. So just for the record, I thought that was a bunch of baloney, but he got tattooed across his own back, chosen one in high school.
Tell me the lie in that tattoo.
He chose to wear number 23 as in making a huge statement, I got next, Michael, right? He chose to wear that number.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody else forced him to wear that, right?
But I mean, he liked the number.
And then he's so lived up to it that he's about to be tonight 3-6 in NBA Finals. I'm not sure that's living up. Showed even less class to duck the media after the game than to duck Dwight Howard's handshake, because he left the guys he had called all along his complimentary players to face the music after the game. All I ever hear is what LeBron does, but nobody wants to bring up what he didn't do, where he miserably failed. May I count the ways? You've watched
His
closely.
3rd year in the league, he failed.
Well,
The 3rd year in the league, he
just a
failed.
second. Last year in Cleveland against Boston, 2nd round of the playoffs, it was, where did LeBron go? He disappeared. His entourage had to put out the story that he was medicated. It was a disaster in the 4th quarter of that game. A disaster.
Okay, we're gonna leave it right
I
there.
watched it with these 2 lazy repaired eyes.
27, 19,
Oh,
and 10.
please.
How was that all?
You know what happened in that
In what
4th
quarter?
quarter. The one free throw.